Okay, so usually I run through all of the games coming out each month, and I'm going to continue to do that. Sometimes some of the games that I do mention aren't that good.
Forget this!
So in this video, let's run through the best PS5 games coming out in July, but also August, just for this month, just to cram them in. And I don't want to hear from anyone that this generation there are no games to play, because this year, we've had so many games. We have been spoiled for games, and there are some bangers coming out. What the hell? Hello?
Hello, Neutro. Yes, Leslie here. I just wanted to let you know that Mind's Eye and us and the developers, ones that are still there, are still cooking.
Don't ever call me again.
Oh, come on. Listen, you like my rap? Huh? We have decided to relaunch the game. I think a lot of YouTubers decided to kind of just tarnish our names.
Goodbye.
Hello?
And stick around to the end of the video, because one of you members of the channel are going to win a digital deluxe edition of Death Stranding 2. So let's run through the PS Plus for July, and we have Diablo 4, an action RPG with tons of slaughter, killing, looting, and you can play solo and up to 4 other players. King of Fighters 15 is a series that debuted back in '94, and with King of Fighters 15, it features 39 characters with its traditional 3v3. And Wuchang, which we spoke about before, this action climbing puzzle game, as your goal is to get to the top of the tower. Now let's get July started with Angerfoot. This is a fast-paced action game where your foot is your primary weapon. To be honest, I feel like we need more first-person shooter games that are just not online. This looks freaking fun. You will clear out sewers, kick and shoot your way through these skyscrapers with new weapons, powers, and the story is that you are a vigilante looking to clear out the city's underworld. And this is just over-the-top action, humor. Why not? Now, I'm not much of a sports fan, but EA Sports College Football 26 is coming. There will be modern graphics, team building, and dynasty mode, which allows players to build a football program from the ground up by creating their own coach or taking control of an existing one. So this year, there is a deeper integration of real-world coaches with authentic playbooks, tendencies, and coaching styles, as well as enhancements to recruitment, staff management, and player development. Well, you hope there is some improvements. Now, if you're an oldie like me, I think you're going to be excited for this one. System Shock 2, the anniversary remaster. I hope there's a physical release. You cannot play the first one. I checked online. You can't actually buy it on the PS Store. For me, it just tells you about digital media. You can buy it physical. You see how the digital, they can just take things away. This one is remastered for modern visuals, controls, and this reminds me when I used to play Nightfire with my friend. That typical first-person gun view. It looks great with these improvements. It's the year 2114, and you wake from a cryosleep on the FTL ship, and you cannot remember who you are. So you will be facing mutants, deadly robots because of Shodan, a deadly rogue AI. And we're not far away from AI taking over the world. It's taking over YouTube right now and social media. Have you seen those gorillas?
I snuck dynamite into these knuckleheads' firewood. Bit more than I expected.
There is crossplay, co-op, multiplayer, and more. And it says it's coming out the 10th of July, and you can only still wishlist it. Now, who doesn't love remakes and remasters? I don't mind them, but imagine if we took them all out on this generation. Anyways, Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Remaster is one I will pick up if there's a physical edition. I believe there will be. As well as updated visuals, online multiplayer. This is a kid's dream if you are my age and above. Playing this back in the day was unbelievable, but there seems to be one small problem with this game that they've changed from the original. So if I remember, Tony Hawk Skater 4 had a career mode where players could explore and choose challenges at their own pace, but they've decided not to do this now, and they have opted for the 2-minute format for the first 3 games. I've seen on the trailer that people aren't happy about this, but it just shows you with these remasters, is it a downgrade? Depends. If it was a fan favorite, I don't really know because it's been so long since I played it. Just something you might want to know. Now, if you love anime, Eden Zero is coming out soon, and this looks interesting. A lot of people love this RPG series, but some of you might like this being an open world RPG. Now, you follow Shiki Granbell, a young boy raised by robots, astronauts on the planet Granville, who embarks on a journey to find Mother, the legendary goddess of the cosmos, with his new friends. The combat looks fun with its one-to-one abilities. For some reason, I really wish Pokemon would look like this. Eriksholme: The Stolen Dream is a deep narrative story-driven game. Now, this is a stealth game, and I've been saying we need more dedicated stealth games. And you join Hannah's adventure in the city of Eriksholme. The mysterious disappearance of her brother Herman ignites a chain of catastrophic events that will forever change the lives and the fate of the entire city. It looks very detailed, the graphics, the exploration, and you will have to take on puzzles, guards. I really do think this is one to look out for. I think it's going to be one of those hidden gems of this year, and the cutscenes look mind-blowing. Now, there is DLC to RoboCop Rogue City. I haven't completed it yet. It's a very slow FPS, understandably being RoboCop, but the DLC looks very impressive. Now, in the DLC, you'll have new enemies, flying drones, explosive bots, jetpacks, and even these katana-wielding enemies. Now, I really love the improvements from this DLC in the game, including new weapons you're gonna get, but also what's really exciting about this is that you get to play as Alex Murphy before he became RoboCop, so I'm interested to know how is it going to feel continuing being a first-person shooter.
But you can also count on OCP's latest creation, the Cryo Cannon, a heavy-hitting area of effect weapon that cools down any enemy's ambition.
Shadow Labyrinth is a 2D action platformer, a genre-twisting alternate take on the iconic Pac-Man. Now, if you've ever seen Secret Level and the episode to Pac-Man, oh my gosh, did that blow my mind. I couldn't believe how dark it was. Don't really know too much about Pac-Man, but if you watch that episode, it's only like 7 minutes or whatever it is. It's quite disturbing, but this looks very cool. So it looks like they're keeping with that dark fantasy theme. This is a dungeon crawler that will have a mix of magic and traps. Now, I can't stop thinking about that damn episode. We've got Real World coming soon, and this does look unique. You get to explore this open world filled with beautiful environments, secrets, and races. This is like a fun game, no stress at all. You can also customize your bike with some weird parts.
Hey, wait a minute, what the hell?
You are Kat, a young cyclist with one mission: save Real World from total collapse. And I have to say, the races look so damn addictive. I'm gonna keep my eye out for this one. Now, Killing Floor 3 looks freaking addictive. It reminds me of Doom the Dark Ages, that gory first-person shooter. You can play on your own or co-op, which is a great shout when you battle these hordes of monstrous Zeds, and everything just looks over the top. Set in a dystopian 2091 where the megacorp Wuchang has unleashed a bioengineered army of monsters called Zeds. Players will join the rebel group Nightfall to fight for humanity's survival, facing off against these creatures and the corporation behind them. Looks nuts. Wuchang Falling Feathers is an RPG Souls-like game. Now, I'm not the biggest Souls fan, even though I'm not that good. Listen, I beat the fire giant with a freaking penknife. These graphics do look impressive. You play as a Wuchang afflicted by a feathered curse, fighting through bandits and spirits while seeking a cure. Again, I'm going to keep my eye out on this one. Listen, it's a genre. If you're a die-hard Souls fan, I bet you can't wait for this. And then finishing off July with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Again, for those oldies, probably you youngsters are probably like, no, where's the Fortnite skins? We have a high-speed hack and slash 2D platformer, bringing me back down to the old days. You play as Ryu, who returns to battle new threats from a supernatural ninja clan. And you know this is just going to be quite hard.
A massive thanks to everyone that supports this channel. It's not easy doing YouTube. I'm going to do a video on that. We have built such an amazing community. We've got literally nearly 400 members in the Discord. But if you do want to support, because I do want to make this a full-time job, if you want to support more, you can become a member. And we've got a ton of members as well, which is great. We're actually doing a giveaway on Thursday, as you already know. You get early access to videos, you get priority to replies, and you get to see some unseen footage when I do put out some unseen footage on there. You also get some custom emotes and loyalty badges. If you want to support further, I'm over at Buy Me a Coffee. If you want to support on YouTube, you can also get some merch. I'm now going to be doing some holiday themed stuff, which is coming real soon. At the minute, I'm doing a 25% discount off everything. It's only for 2 weeks as of this video. And then we're going to take off some merch and we're going to bring out some new ones. So you can support further there and get some cool stuff like this one.
We ain't dying today.
Now, moving over to August, my gosh, I hope you've stacked up loads of money. What else can I sell in my house? Now, I cannot believe we are getting Mafia, the old country. Oh my gosh, was I so impressed with this trailer. Now, the game is freaking cheap. Cheaper than Mind's Eye. Still trying to work that out. Now, I know this might not be a big game. I just hope it's around at least 10 hours long. If it's around 10 hours long for that price, I'm happy with, because it's not an open world game. It is a story-driven narrative game. Everything about this game has just freaking impressed me. So this is set in the 1900s Sicily, and you play as Enzo Favara, a young miner turned mafia, aiming to rise through the Torrisi family. The other day, we did get some new gameplay. I haven't seen all of it. I've tried to minimize how much I've watched, just because I want to see it on the live stream on Thursday, but it's reminding me a little bit of Uncharted gameplay, and for me that's only a good thing. We'll have a deep dive on that on Thursday.
Now we must send a message to all around that Torrisi takes care of his family and his affairs. Will you do that, Enzo? I will.
We have an Xbox game coming, Senua Saga Hellblade 2. I never played the first one. I heard such mixed things about Hellblade 2 just because of how short it was. It was like 6 hours long, supposedly. We still don't even know the price to this. So for a 6-hour game, maybe 8 hours, but this is coming to PlayStation 5. EA Sports is set to release Madden 26. Hopefully it's going to be very different from the last one.
Dog! What?
There are significant enhancements from the previous one, including customizable head coaches, archetypes like Development Wizard, and much more. I don't play these sports games. Maybe some of you can be like, yeah, this needs a lot of improvement. Like, how much more improvement can you do? We have Midnight Murder Club. This looks really freaking cool and quite unique. So you've only got a gun and a flashlight, and you and your friends must navigate through this dark mansion filled with traps and surprises. So the aim of this game is to outwit your opponents in a deadly hide and seek. Obviously, this is online, so ideally you need friends. The good thing about this one is that you can invite up to 5 friends to play this game, so you don't all have to buy the game, which is pretty good. It would make no sense when you think about it. So if one of you wants to buy the game, you can even split it between your friends, invite another 5 friends to play this game. So quite a cool thing that they've done.
The game can be played in many ways, but the outcome is always the same.
Now we have Dying Light, the Beast, that releases on August 22nd, bringing back the protagonist Carl Crane with new monstrous abilities in the treacherous Caster Woods. Players will navigate deadly terrains and face new challenges. And well, the good thing about this is if you bought, I believe, a certain edition of Dying Light 2, because this was supposed to be a DLC, you will get this free, which is pretty cool. I need to play Dying Light 1. I stopped playing Dying Light 2 very early. Everyone raves about it. It is a franchise eventually I do need to play, but this one does look really impressive. Can you believe it? We have Gears of War Reloaded. Already pre-ordered this one as well. Man, I cannot wait to play this. This is nuts to think we're getting this on PlayStation 5. So this remastered edition supports 4K resolution and 120 FPS, includes the original game's multiplayer suite, and this game follows the story of Marcus Phoenix, a former soldier, as he's released from prison to rejoin Delta Squad and fight the Locust Horde, these monsters that have emerged from the planet's depths. And this story centers around humanity's desperate struggle for survival survival against this overwhelming threat. Man, I can't believe I'm going to be experiencing Gears of War. Finally, after how many years? In August as well, we are also getting Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. This was really Kojima's work, so really, he's going to put out another banner. Even though he hasn't got anything to do with Konami, he was the one that made this game. Man, it just shows you how good Kojima is. But this one, I cannot wait for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. There's going to be enhanced visuals, gameplay, while preserving the original game's narrative. And that's what I think is so important, because loads of people love the original game. They have literally kept as close to the original, basically like Silent Hill 2, which I love that game. Never played the original as well. So players will follow Naked Snake on his mission during the Cold War era. And what else is cool about this is we saw that there's going to be some sort of online. There are more things being added to this game. I don't know if that was in the original one. This is one I wanted to get the collector's edition, but it was so expensive.
£300.
Like, really, Konami? 300? I've also been very excited for Lost Soul Aside, and that got delayed. That was supposed to come out in May, but this one's coming out end of August as well. So this is an action RPG which blends fast-paced combat with stunning visuals, and you follow the story of Kazir and his symbiotic dragon companion, navigating a world filled with danger and intrigue.
Your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
I know there are games I haven't mentioned because these are the ones I'm interested in and what I think is worth mentioning. Obviously, this is why you guys are here. So if there's any ones you think I've missed out, drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. So let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. I've played over 10 hours of Death Stranding 2. Shout out to the member DJ Chip. Totally agree with everything you said, Neutro. This could be my favorite game of all time. And shout out to Stan. Gosh darn it, Neutro. You always find a way to make it harder for me to choose what game I should buy. I was dead set on buying Expedition 33, but now I want to buy Death Stranding 2. You might think I overreact, but when I say I am so in love with Death Stranding 2, I cannot believe how much I love this game. It's going to be a very hard year to choose Game of the Year for me. I know we've still got like Metal Gear Solid. Could you say that? Sorry about that. Could you really say that could get Game of the Year? But you've got Claire Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We've got Ghost of Yotai. Honestly, Death Stranding 2 is one of my favorite games. There is so much more action. But I always say to people, if you really didn't like the first one, chances are you are not going to like the second one. But if you weren't too keen on the first one, you're like, you know, I just wanted a bit more action. I really loved it. But yes, I'm someone who could just enjoy delivering packages. I actually love the gameplay loop of that. And if you do, this blows the first one out of the water with its story, its action. Hey, that's why I'm going to finish this off and just hurry up and play. So And I nearly forgot how you can enter if you're a member for your chance to win Death Stranding 2 on the beach Digital Deluxe Edition. What you need to do is, first of all, be a member. On Thursday stream, we will be doing it live. It will be random on a random generator. So what I'm going to do, all of the names on the members post only on my YouTube community tab. All you have to do is just comment on that and you have automatically entered for your chance to win. That's how you can win a copy of one of the best games of 2025.